Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Once again, we are going to provide some tips and tricks on driving in an executive level search. But in addition, we're going to provide some insight on how corporate leaders can instill the idea of creativity in the minds of their employees. What I have discovered is that all too often leaders in organization stifle the natural creative instincts of the people within their company. So we're going to talk about the concept of creativity and how you can make it effective within your organization. But as a job seeker, why you want to talk about how you instill creativity and empowered your employees to be better contributors to your company. So let's take a look in a recent book, which I'll get into a little more detail. The authors came up with a great concept called divergent thinking. But before I get into the details of their study and their research, I'd like to ask you a question. At what point in time in a person's life do you feel they are most creative? When they are very young in elementary school? Or perhaps when they're teenagers? Or maybe when they have just graduated from college, they have a wealth of new knowledge and they want to use that knowledge within their company that they go to work for? Or is it perhaps the senior executive who has maturity, wisdom, and a wealth of experience? The answer may be a little bit surprising. So let's take a look at that study. It was conducted by George Land and Beth Jarman. Their book was called Breakpoint and Beyond, Mastering the Future Today. The concept divergent thinking, which is a fancy term for creativity, is what you do when you are not forced to conform. It's a critical ingredient in creativity. What they discovered is that 98% of our young people in kindergarten are the most creative. Let's take a look at a graph that they developed to show you how over time creativity declines within each of us. So as you can see from the graph, kindergartners score at 98%, while children at the age of 8 to 10 score 32%, teenagers between 13 and 15 score 10%, and strikingly, adults score 2%. Now, think about it for a minute. What do you think would happen if, for a period of time, all of your employees could function at 98% divergent thinking, breaking away from conformity, being allowed to express their creativity, get their creative juices flowing? The productivity for an organization would absolutely skyrocket. Now think about this just for a second. We'll have a little fun with this. If you took a kindergartner out in the backyard and gave them a pile of dirt, they would find an infinite number of ways, a million different ways that they could use that pile of dirt for their fun, for their enjoyment, take all day long at it. But if you give that pile of dirt to an adult, all they see is work. So what you need to do as a leader in an organization is think about how you can open up the creative minds of the people that are working for you. I have created a very simple little quiz that can be used in a workshop to help develop the creativity of your employees. Now, I'll touch on how it works, but if you would like to receive a free copy of the tutorial on how to use this quiz within a workshop for your employees or perhaps your students, just contact me at this URL, and we'll be happy to send you a free copy. Essentially, it's a very simple quiz that says, take an object, something very simple like a paperclip, and for a period of 2 minutes, ask all the participants to list as number of uses for the paperclip as they possibly can. Typically, the people who are the most creative will come up with 20 plus uses, whereas the people who are pretty well trapped in a box come up with 6 to 10 uses for that paperclip. So it's a really fun exercise. So follow the link once again, or the URL, and we'd be happy to send you a copy. But the message here is that if you are an executive seeking a new position, as part of your value proposition, you want to share with your prospective employer how you have enabled your employees to become more creative, to drive performance, productivity, accelerated growth, market share, new products, new services within your organization. And if you're currently working within a company, learn from the tutorial that I can send to you. It can really be a great way to open up the minds and the vision of the people within your company. So once again, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again in another video. And if I can help any of you in any way in your search for a new executive position, I would look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Have a great day.